Okay, hello everyone. I'm Pixie Starcraft, and this is going to be my first video. First up, I suppose I'll just tell you a bit about what I'm going to use my channel for, what I hope to do, all that good stuff. I'm just going to start off with basic tutorial, starting at the very basics. Like what is this game? If you've never seen it before, I help you get into it. Hopefully, you can learn, what units are what first up, and then I'll move pretty quickly to get into more interesting stuff. The stuff that I want to be talking about. So I'm not so bored telling you how to mine minerals all the time. So once I've moved through all that, I hope I'll be able to, have enough viewers and whatnot that I can ask people what they want to see. Like it'll still be teaching you guys the game, but it'll be what aspects are you having trouble with it. Like, oh, I'm having a really hard time just getting a base up, or getting my second expansion running, that kind of thing. And then I'll do a video on it. I'll also be trying to find people who would be interested in one-on-ones. Maybe we could get set up on Skype or something like that, but also friends of mine in real life. Maybe I'll have them on, teach them how to do stuff, and just try and explain fairly, low mid-level play stuff. Like silver to diamond. That kind of play. That's the people who I want to be helping out with. Myself, I'm in the Masters League. That just came out today, so I'm pretty happy about getting into that. That's pretty much where I'm at. So I suppose we'll jump right into it. What is Starcraft? Well, Starcraft is a real-time strategy game, or RTS. So real-time, things happen as you do them. It's not turn-based. Events are always occurring. You've got to be fast. Your opponent will, he's in the game doing things at the exact same time as you, like most games. And the strategy part pretty much means, see, I've got like the top-down view. You've got your mini-map along here where my cursor is in the bottom left. It's about controlling an army and trying to outthink your opponent while maintaining what are called mechanics. So I'll just be explaining mechanics for now. They're the bread and butter, they're the basics of what StarCraft is. So this building here, the big fat thing in the middle of the screen, that's your command center. That's what you start with, and these guys called SCVs. These are your workers. You need to use these workers to get money. Up here is your money in the top right. You start with 50 minerals. So to do that, you just select a worker, right-click a mineral patch, and he'll start mining away as he is. So you turn your money, get 5 minerals. You can just do boxes over things to select multiple units. So you can select all your SCVs, right-click on a mineral patch, and they'll go do it. To build units, we'll start off with here is train SCV. Now, I don't want anyone to ever touch this panel down here. You can click on the SCV to make it, but from the get-go, never use that. It's just a bad habit that you'll have to get rid of later. So you want to press S, which is the hotkey to make it, and then you can have your command center. You rally it. So as soon as this SCV here takes 17 seconds, when he pops out, he'll go mine these. He'll go mine the minerals, and here he comes. Pop out, and yep, grabbing those minerals. Alright, so that's how you get minerals. To get gas, actually, and I'll explain gas later. We'll discuss how to build buildings. You just right-click, you select an SCV, and then you right-click around just to move them like that. Now to build, you can either click this, but don't. You want to press B, and we're going to build a supply depot. So you just select it, click it there. As what a supply depot will do. You see this here. This is your supply count in the top right. It's 7 out of 11 because we have 7 SCVs on the field currently, and we have 11 supply given to us by the command center. This supply depot will increase our supply so we can field more units. So as soon as you start the game, you just want to constantly make SCVs. This will mean that you have more money, more workers, more money the whole time. So every time this bar gets to the top, you want to click it again. You never ever ever want to stop training SCVs because you'll fall behind your opponent in what's called the economics of the game. Who's mining more. Now that we've built our supply depot, we can start building our first military units. So B again to build, and then B for barracks. So he'll start building that. And another SCV popping out right there. So this will allow us to train our first units, Marines. We'll also need gas. You get gas by, see these gases here? You have to build a refinery on them. So BR. So the SCV goes over, builds its refinery, yada yada. So while we're waiting for these to build, we'll just look at the tech tree a bit. So what can we build? Command centers, 400 minerals. Refineries, that's a command center, that's refinery. Then we can build supply depots, we've built one of them. A barracks, which is one of these. Engineering bay, this allows you to build missile turrets, which are for taking down air units, detecting invisible units, which I'll talk about much later, and getting infantry upgrades. So to get infantry, you just train one marine. He costs us 50 minerals, and one supply of the same cost as an SCV. So he's coming up there. Now that our Vespian guards is finished, we can start mining gas. See, it returns gas there, returning, what, 4 at a time? You want to put 3 SCVs into that gas, and no more. 3 is the optimum amount, it's the maximum amount, so you always want 3 in there. We need another supply depot here, see our food getting up high. Because what we're going to build next is an orbital command, so this changes our command center. You press B to do that when you got your orbital command selected. It changes our command center to an orbital command, so it will still be able to train SCVs, make more workers for us, but it gives us 3 abilities: the mule, the scan, and the supply drop. The supply drop will drop another depot on top of a depot, making it 2 depots. The scan allows us to see anywhere on the map for a limited time, and it also detects invisible units. And the mule, which is what we want now, you press E to use it, and you click on a mineral patch. The mule is a super worker, so as you can see, it just lasts for a short amount of time, 90 game seconds, and then it will die. But over its lifespan, I believe it harvests 300 minerals, so that's a hell of a lot. The other concept that I want to talk about with mining, and the mule in particular, if that helps us out here, is the fact that if you look at these SCVs, as they go in, see, he's fine by himself. This is an optimum mining amount. He'll mine, he'll come back. But then if you look at a mineral patch like this, where it has 2 SCVs on it, there's a slight delay as the SCV comes in. So those 2 SCVs don't mine double what 1 SCV mines, if that makes sense. And then if you have 3 SCVs, it mines less again. And then after 3 SCVs per mineral patch, that's when you start running into issues. You know, it takes a long time. Sorry, not a long time. The efficiency of mining really starts cutting off after 3 SCVs. And the mule doesn't count as a worker on a mineral patch, so it can mine over the top of these. So as the game goes on, as we get more and more SCVs, the efficiency of our mining is going to start running low. So what are we going to do about it? Well, we're going to have to take another base. Over here is where we can build another base. So we're going to go B, then C to build command center. And this SCV, he'll go down and it'll start building that up for us. So another concept I want to talk about, while I'm teaching you guys some of the mechanics, is if you have multiple production facilities. So I'm just going to throw down a lot of racks here. Obviously, the more production facilities you have, the more units you can make. And I don't know why, but when I first started playing this game, that concept just completely slipped my mind. So it's something I wanted to mention. You know, I would build 1 barracks. I'm going to get my next thing up the tech tree, which is our factory here. You go V. Now that you guys know how to build shit, you know, there's plenty of other things you can build. You know, there's more things in the tech path. Sorry guys, 1 sec. I thought I put myself on busy. Classic, but I didn't. This is something that's specific to the Terran race. You get add-ons for your things. So this add-on will allow me to get these 2 units. Well, it'll allow me to get the tank, and then you need an armory for that. And this add-on here the reactor lets you train double units out of one building at a time. So it's like, if you put it on a barracks, it trains 2 Marines at the same time. But, you guys can fiddle around with that. I don't want to have to go for every single unit. That's what I'm going to talk about now. Most important idea, I think, in StarCraft overall. See how I have 1,000 minerals in my bank? This is my bankroll here. Those 1,000 minerals have been mined from here, and some of them from here. But what are they doing for me? They're not doing anything when they sit in my bank, right? Minerals are only useful for you once you start training Marines. I'm pressing A here to train multiple Marines. Are only useful once you actually spend the money. Once your money has been spent and the unit is out of the field, that's when it's effective. So right now, what's that? 1,500 minerals. That could be 30 Marines. I've got, I don't know how many. This is maybe it's 30-ish. I could have double the amount of Marines if I had spent this. So my army would be twice the size. Obviously, this is bad. So you always want to keep your money low, no matter what you're doing. If you've got heaps of money like I do right now, you should. It might feel silly, but just go get some more racks, get some more barracks. Or maybe not barracks, anything that you choose to produce. It's up to you. I'll talk about what's good to produce and all that later. That might sound easy, but it's the hardest thing to do, especially when you're fighting somewhere else. People get under pressure. There's just so many things that stop you from spending that money. Maybe say someone comes in, kills some of your barracks, you can no longer spend your money. It's a waste. There's no point making all these SCVs if you're not going to use your money. So use it. Can't stress that enough. And everyone's going to go, oh yeah, I'll use it, but no, use it. I don't even use it in all my games. It's just too hard to do. So pretty much is what I've explained so far. We'll just have a quick recap. It's an idea, a concept, what people call macro. If you've watched StarCraft, played StarCraft, you've probably heard this word macro float around a lot. There's no precise definition for what macro is, but I'm just going to call it your ability to manage your base, produce units, and spend your money. So good macro, spending money, lots of units, lots of SCVs, no supply blocking. That's good macro. So that's fundamental. That's the most important thing in StarCraft is good macro, because obviously this game is about killing your opponent, right? If you've got more shit than your opponent, you win. That's it.